Well, good afternoon, Sioux Falls, and thank you so much for joining us here today for another really fun day for our great city. And we are at the Midco Aquatic Center, and where already so many great memories have been created. Today is our 1-year anniversary, and we are celebrating in some unique ways, some special ways, some fun ways. But before we celebrate just a bit too much, I want to just kind of take us back just a little bit on this journey that we've been on here as a city. First of all, the Midco Aquatic Center, it did open up on time, and it certainly opened up under budget. It has been ultimately so productive for our great city, as well as people that have been visiting. Also, just kind of want to remember some of the things that we talked about during the event center, or I'm sorry, during the aquatic center, the indoor pool discussion. First of all, here's some of the things that we've learned. The Midco Aquatic Center, it is not just for swim teams, it's just not for people who really are good swimmers. It's young and old, black or white, rich or poor, every part of town, including people outside of town that have been enjoying the Midco. And guess what? You don't even have to know how to swim. That's one of the great things about this facility is that there are other activities you can do even if you don't know how to swim, or better yet, we can teach you how to swim here at the Aquatic Center. This location, I know that there was some concern in terms of this particular location. How would it serve the community as a whole? And yes, how would it impact our neighborhood? Well, let me tell you, Sioux Falls, it's been received by this neighborhood in just a grand way, and we certainly thank the good neighbors. And also, property values. Property values all around this aquatic center, they've gone up. This is a great place to live, and people know it. Young or old, they are finding this is a great place where you want to live by. Improvements to the park. I know with full certainty that people enjoyed this beautiful park before, but we also know that they're enjoying it even more, and they certainly should. Not only are they enjoying it more, but it's unbelievably a beautiful place to be. If you go outside, not only are we celebrating, places to swim, but this park has provided so much more. Our sledding hill, for example, it's still got the old sledding hill, but now you can sled to music. If you get cold, you can come on into the Midco. You can get some great food. We've got wonderful bathrooms, just in case you'd have to use that. But also other amenities, such as playing tennis, having that picnic. It's just a beautiful place here at Spellerberg. There were some who thought about, what would that relationship be with the VA, with those veterans that have so admirably served and who need care and get great care at our VA here right next door. Well, I've been doing this now for a year, and I've not had a single issue, a single concern from the VA. From the veterans that are receiving great care there, from the patrons that are visiting those veterans, to the workers, to the administration. We felt very strongly going into this partnership that we would serve well together, and ultimately we have served very well together. And I just want to put out a reminder, hey VA, hey veterans, hey staff, hey family members, this is your aquatics facility. We'd love to have more veterans come over, whether it be in a wheelchair, walking here, in a van. That Veterans Hospital and those veterans that are within it, we want them using the Midco Aquatic Center. In South Dakota, in Sioux Falls, we always talk about parking. And certainly that was a concern that we had when we were talking about this proposed aquatic center. Well, we're going to announce some numbers here rather shortly. This has been one very busy place, but guess what, Sioux Falls? Once again, we have proven the pundits wrong. There's plenty of parking, and yes, it's still free. There's plenty of parking. We've had some really, really big events, some big swim meets, for example, and we've not had any issues with parking, any concerns relayed from the neighbors. And again, I just really, really excited about that. Traffic. I know that we were wondering, so how is traffic going to be impacted with this new aquatic center? Again, it's a safe place to be, not only to drive your car, to ride your bike, but to walk. So our traffic, I think those concerns that were out there, I think they've been addressed, and really, really pleased about that. What about the businesses all around here? Well, guess what? A stone's throw away, there are businesses that are reaping the rewards of the people coming in here. You know, not only do we have a great place to eat right here at the Midco Aquatic Center, but we also know that there's others that are spending their money right around this neighborhood, whether it be, yes, getting a meal, buying some clothing, repairing some shoes, getting care for a veteran, or buying some gas. It's all happening right here at this area. There were some who, right out of the gate, right out of the blocks, said, boy, you know, Don, Mayor, heard you're not going to allow any swim meets. Really? You know, how these things get started, I will never understand. I've been doing this for 7.5 years now. But certainly we always know that there is that locker room stuff that happens, or that coffee table stuff that happens, or that water fountain stuff that happens. But that was talk. But we have had some wonderful swim meets, and guess what, Sioux Falls and South Dakota? There's some big ones yet to come, and we're certainly excited about that. Because not only are we serving people here in Sioux Falls, but we also touted that this would be an economic development generator, and it certainly has been. Whenever you have someone coming in from a birthday party, from someone in Iowa, someone from out of town, someone in Minnesota, and guess what? They are coming from Iowa and Minnesota for those birthday parties. They are also spending some extra money while they're here. When we have those swim meets, they're spending that money while they're here as well. So let's talk just a little bit about some of these revenues, and I know that Don's going to get into them in an even deeper fashion. But you know, Sioux Falls, we never said that we would operate this in the black. That was a goal of the event center, but we never said that was probably going to happen here at the aquatic center. But boy, have we been pleasantly surprised by the numbers. We are operating this as a business. You know, I'm proud of Don. I'm proud of the Parks and Rec team. I'm proud of how they are crunching the numbers. They're utilizing these really, really important resources in a really, really grand way. And yes, those expenses, they're watching them like a hawk. And yes, these numbers of people that are using it are driving in those revenues. So again, really, really thrilled about that. So much to talk about, Sioux Falls, but I'm going to end you with this thought. This was a goal. This was a discussion. This was a debate that we started talking about in 1951. 1951. You did it, Sioux Falls. We're celebrating our 1-year anniversary today of this grand place to enjoy your families, to get great exercise, to hold that birthday party, and to cheer on someone in a swim meet, and so much more. But Sioux Falls, you did it, and I thank you for it. Thanks for making that investment. Thanks for trusting Don and Mayor Mike and so many others. And you did it, and it's been just one heck of a great year coming out of the blocks. So with that in mind, I do want to turn it over to Don. He knows the inner workings of the Midco Aquatic Center better than almost anybody. And so with that in mind, Don, please talk to the people of Sioux Falls. Tell them how our aquatic center is doing. Thank you.
Thank you,
Bet, Don.
Well, again, good morning, and again, thanks for being here. Obviously, this first year of operation has really been an amazing experience, and the amount of use we've seen in that first full year of operation has truly exceeded our expectations. One of our goals with this project was really to make it a multi-purpose Midco Aquatic Center, and it's clear that we've achieved that goal in fine fashion. Due to that multi-purpose nature of the Midco Aquatic Center, we're pleased to share with you that as of the close of business last night, the facility surpassed 227,005 in total attendance. We really think those attendance numbers are a testament to what the mayor had mentioned about this long-term need that we've finally accomplished over 60 years. And we're really excited and really think the numbers that we've seen has just been that pent-up demand that people have had for an indoor aquatic center here in Sioux Falls. We also think it's a testament to the project team who came up with the very best design that would capitalize on maximizing the use of the facility by all walks of life. Our citizens, our elected and appointed officials, Mayor Huther was really the critical piece to making sure that this thing got done. He was a champion for it and is really, really a big cheerleader along the way and supported us along the way. So he deserves much of the credit. And I'd also like to just also recognize the city staff with almost every city department, especially our Parks and Rec team, our finance team, HR helping us recruit. There's just a variety of different city staff members across the board that were instrumental in really making this project a reality. So how about a round of applause for them? So now that we know what the overall attendance number was, we thought it'd be also kind of fun on our first birthday to talk about some of the other numbers. The mayor talked about learning how to swim. It's a life safety skill. And we're pleased to be able to share that we've taught lessons to over 1,700 people in our first year. We've rented nearly 7,000 lane hours of pool time. We've issued over 2,300 swim passes. As the mayor mentioned again, we've hosted 8 competitive swim meets. And the other thing that we've heard along those swim meets is that our user groups tell us that this is a very fast pool. And we're kind of saying, well, how do you really know that? Well, I know the first time they actually pulled out their stopwatches with their age group swimmers, they were like checking their stopwatches. Okay, is this right? Let's measure the pool. This can't be, they can't be swimming this fast. Well, what we're finding is that's truly the case. Our local age groups indicate that over 500 personal records have been set in this pool already. And we also have set 5 new state, South Dakota, USA Swimming age group records since we've been open. So it's very much testament to how fast this pool is going to be or is, and we're excited about the ability to draw meets for that because of that very purpose. We also know that when people swim, if you remember back in the day when you used to swim all day and come home and you were just starving, people get hungry and they burn a lot of calories while they're swimming. And prior to us opening the doors, we did partner with the Dive In, which is our exclusive concessionaire here at the Midco Aquatic Center. And some of the numbers they provided us since we've been open as far as how much food has been consumed here, over 1,600 hot dogs, thanks Brian, and almost 6,700 slices of pizza. And they've done a great job for us, been a great partner for us. And really, what that means to us is that it adds to the experience when they come here. And they can not only enjoy the water, but they can also enjoy the food and refreshments that Brian and his team provide to our or to our folks that attend the facility. We're also really excited about in February of next year that we'll be hosting the Summit League Swimming and Diving Championships at the Midco Aquatic Center. We're really honored to be selected as the host facility, and we're thrilled to host this championship with the Summit League, the University of South Dakota, who will be the host university for this meet. As it relates to revenues and expenses, since we've opened during our first year of operation, we've received $1.2 million in revenue, and we've expended $1.5 million. And the good news is that we continue to be on track with our budget projections for this facility. We will continue to celebrate the birthday of the Midco Aquatic Center. You can see we've got lots of balloons and fanfare scheduled for this weekend. So I'd encourage everybody to come out and really help us celebrate the birthday. Tonight at 6:30, we will have a water carnival with games, prizes, and fun. We will also have on Saturday at 3 p.m. a Flick and Float event featuring the movie Toy Story. So come out and enjoy that movie. And then on Sunday from noon to 5, we will have a Whibbit event, which will include an action tower and a wiggle bridge in our 50-meter facility, which are a lot of fun, and especially appeals to that older age group where they're a little more active. And so, again, encourage people to come out and help us celebrate over this next 3 days. The other secret I heard is that I understand if you're one of the first 150, you get a free cupcake. So come on out and enjoy that on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, because we'll be offering those as well. So with that, now I'd like to introduce a representative from our title sponsor, Midco's Chief Technology Officer, John Peterson. John?
Yeah, John, thank you.
Thanks, Don. Thanks, Mayor Mike. Wow, has it been a year already? It's amazing. I don't have a whole lot to add, but what a great facility. Events, certifications, family fun, parties, you name it. When I first heard that we were going to be a title sponsor for the Midco Aquatic Center, I was very excited. Then we did a walkthrough and I heard about all of the research that was done on other facilities and making sure that we do it right. I got even more excited. Well, here we are a year later, and everyone is pronouncing the Midco Aquatic Center a tremendous success. And it's one of the things that I'm really glad we did. Our mission at Midco is to participate in the communities where we have service, and what a great way to do that, what a very visible way to do that. I'd like to share just two little stories. We have a gentleman at work, and he's got a little, he wears this logo shirt much like I do, and a little girl came up running up to him and said, "I know you, you're from the Midco Aquatic Center."
Oh.
Another story is I have a vendor that visits us regularly from Indiana, and he's a big swim guy, and he makes a point every time to come and make it to the Midco Aquatic Center, and he spends extra time in Sioux Falls because of that. So I think that's very important to realize, and we really appreciate our partnership with the city, and thank Don and the mayor for that, and we look forward to another 9 years.
Thank you
Thanks.
so much.